So we are in what is called the designer in Voiceflow. This is where you will build the core functionality of your bot. They provide us with a simple workflow to understand what is going on. You can see here you have a start flag, and then it goes through these nodes which controls the conversation logic. So if you wanted to just test this workflow out, you could come up to the top right and hit run. We're going to ignore this training tab for now and hit run test. So after you run it, you can see we are on this first box, which is highlighted. And you see we have, hello, welcome to your first assistant. I am an AI assistant powered by your knowledge base. Make sure to add in some documents if you haven't already. Ask me anything or click a button below. And you can see these messages correspond directly with little rectangles that are in the first box. So then we have the option for two buttons. We have ask ChatGPT a question or see a complex workflow. Let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT a question, which you can see when you click this button here. It will take you to the next node, which is capture question. So now you can see the instructions are ask any question and we'll use the response AI step to provide a response from ChatGPT. So what this is doing, you can see it's capturing the user reply to last utterance. Last utterance is what is called a variable. Think of this as a box that can store information that can be accessed throughout the conversation with the agent. So when I reply here, it's going to take that response and put it into that box, which can then be sent to the respond with AI nodes. So if I ask how many planets are there in our solar system and hit send, you're going to see that it says unable to find relevant answer. That's because our respond with AI step, if you just click this, is set to our knowledge base. Our knowledge base is any information we want to provide to the bot. This could be any form of document so that it can pull information from there and find a relevant answer to give us. Because we're not given the knowledge base in this lesson, we're going to set this to the AI model so it can give us an answer based on the information that the model itself has. If I come back and hit start from here on the capture question node, we can start the test from this node so we don't have to go back to the beginning to start. And I can just write now how many planets are there. And you can see we get an answer. As of the current definition by the International Astronomical Union, there are 8 recognized planets in our solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And the response goes on. So this is the very basics of Voiceflow and how conversation logic works. Obviously, we're going to get into more complex things in the following lessons, but for the most part, you start at the starting flag and the arrows point and control the logic of the conversation. We'll end up setting up if statements. So you can say, if one condition is true, move to this node. If another condition is true, move to a different node. But don't worry about that right now. Let's just explore the rest of the user interface. If I head to this back button and then press this again, this is the main navigation for our bot. You can see we have workflows. We was just in a simple workflow, and here you can see they also provide a complex workflow, which is also a template. Then we have our knowledge. This is our knowledge base where we can upload the documents that I mentioned earlier in the lesson. Then we have components. Just think of this as a set of nodes that you already created that you can use as a condensed version in a final product. Don't worry about that too much now. Then we have variables. And as I explained, these are blocks that you can put information in and are stored and can be accessed throughout the conversation with the agent. Then we have the functions, which we don't need to get into. These are essentially just custom actions that allow you to expand the functionality of your bot. Intents, which again, we will get into in future lessons, and entities. Then we have transcripts, which are any transcripts that are created with our bot. Analytics, integration, which we don't need to worry about now, and our settings. This can control the delay between the time we get back from a message and other features, which we can tweak for the designer of our agent. In the next lesson, we'll get into actually creating a lead capture bot, which can collect the information of a user and then forward that to a CRM to perform whatever other actions we would like.